But here's another event happening this long weekend. The Finley Sheepdog Trials are on. They're organised by the Finley Show Committee. And in fact, they start today. And Matt Mueller is the president of the Show Society. And he joins us now. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning to you, Matt.
And this sounds like a pretty big event. So it's on over the whole 4 days, is it, of the long weekend?
Yes, it is, Matt. We're starting at 8 o'clock this morning. So we had competitors arriving yesterday. We'll have about 167 dogs, Matt, which will compete over the weekend.
Wow. So from how far and wide do these entries come, Matt?
Oh, look, it's a New South Wales dog trial. They come from as far out as Cobar, places like that, Matt.
Fair enough. So in saying that, does that mean it's exclusively New South Wales entries or dogs, or can they come from elsewhere as well?
No, they can come from Victoria, Matt, but as you all know, we're battling a few issues with at the moment. So as long as everyone's COVID safe and got their proper documentation, Matt, we're allowing them to compete. Sort of orbit a bubble and things like that. So we do have them from along the border, but we did have some Victorians pull out earlier in the week. Yeah, well, I guess that's the way. Well, it's good to know the event can still go ahead, Matt. That's the main thing after everything else that's gone on. Who provides the sheep for this occasion? So the sheep are actually provided by the Atkinson family, which is very great of them to supply them. Yeah, fair enough. It is. I don't know if you've ever been. Have you ever been involved in the competitive side of sheepdog trials, Matt? It is fascinating to watch, I reckon. And as someone, I spent a fair bit of time in sheep yards as a kid. A good dog can make a lot of difference. Yes, it certainly can, Matt. This is actually we're not actually a yard trial, so this is actually a paddock trial. So what they'll do is they'll pick the sheep up from about 100 yards to 150 cast, and then they'll bring them towards the mat, and they'll have to keep them within 8 metres of them at all times and move around an obstacle course, which includes a race, a bridge, and then pen them at the end, Matt, and they have 15 minutes to do that. Wow. Okay. All right. So it's there's a bit involved. What's happening on the spectator front, Matt, in terms of that? Is there much in the way of restrictions for that re-COVID? No, look, as long as everyone adheres to the social distancing, we do have our QR codes, we have everything in place, Matt. We are running morning tea and afternoon tea and lunch for any of those locals that want to come along and have a look. All right, and so all happening at the showgrounds? All happening at the Finley Showground. Brilliant, very good. And on the rainfall front, Matt, we better ask you, I know you're out on the land there, how much did you get and how much good is it going to do? Yeah, look, Matt, we received about 32 mil over the change this week, which was great, and it'll be very, very beneficial for our winter cereals, canolas, wheats, barleys, everything that's in and about, but it was well needed, Matt. I bet happy to take it. Yeah, I bet it was. It's been pretty dry prior to that, so I imagine it should bring it all up. Yeah, well, look, a lot of it was up, Matt, but anything that wasn't, this will certainly keep it going. Brilliant. All right, well, that's a nice way to head into the weekend as well. It'll put a smile on a few faces out there, I'm sure, and elsewhere. So, Matt, thanks for the chat this morning. And, hey, just a quick note, when's your show on this year? So it'll be Father's Day, first weekend in September. Beautiful. Matt, all right. And we'll get the dog trial out of the road and we'll go into full swing in organising that. Good on you. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for the chat. Good luck with the Finley Sheepdog Trials this weekend. Thanks for the chat. Matt Mueller there. He is the president of the Finley Show Society, putting on the Finley Sheepdog Trial.